All right, second and third graders, we are going to jump right into our next number today, which is our fours that we are going to work on multiplying. And I figured I'd start our first problem mixing in with the threes that we worked on yesterday. Now, a couple things that we're going to talk about today that apply to fours that maybe didn't apply to threes, and we'll work with some other numbers as we continue on down the line. So, starting right away with our 4 times 3. Yesterday, if we would have looked at this going from top down, we'd have made 3 circles. We could still do that, but since I've told you I like reading top down, I'll start 4 circles. 2, 3, 4. Hopefully after all these videos, this is becoming repetitive and driven in your brain of what you should do. And put 3 in each. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Count those up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I get my answer of 12. Now, one thing you'll notice looking at our answer of 12 here, I'll let you answer the question in your head. Is 12 an even or an odd number? Hopefully you answered in your head or maybe even out loud. It is an even number. Remember, even numbers are any number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Our odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. But any number that's 0, ends in a 0, a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8 is our even number. So 12, because it ends in a 2, is an even number. One thing you'll realize when we multiply by 4, and this works for any of our even numbers when we multiply. If we multiply by 4, even if we multiply by an odd number like we did there with 3, our answer is going to be an even number. Any number that we multiply with 4 or 6 or 8 or 10 or 12, our answer is going to be even. So that's a way that you can check your problem. So if you knew you were multiplying by 4 and you were doing 4 times 6 and you drew your picture and you got out and your answer was 27, you would know that you need to redo your math because it ended odd and that can't work. Anytime we multiply with an even number, the answer has got to be even. No matter whether there's 2 even numbers or 1 even and 1 odd number, like 4 times 5. Our answer has to be even. Now, we could still get the answer incorrect. We could have an even number that isn't the right answer, but that is a great way to check. So if we test it right here again, 4 times 5, 4 circles, 5 in each, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Looking at my dots, I get another even answer. 20 is even. So knowing that helps you check to make sure that you're getting your answer right. All right. I'm going to start doing less examples with how well you guys have done and talk a little bit more. Now, we've talked about skip counting. 4 is a great one to skip count, even though 4s on their own are a little tough to skip count. All you are very, very good, from what I know, at skip counting by 2s. Well, 4 is just a double 2. So if you were doing, say, we'll even do a bigger one, 4 times 8, we would just have to do it 2 twice to make 4, because 2 and 2 is 4. So if I did 4 times 8, I would need to repeat, add 8 times. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. And I ended on 32, so 4 times 8 is 32. So I can skip count by 4s just by doing 2 and 2, because it is pretty hard until you get real good at skip counting to go 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 28, 32, 36, and so on and so forth. So if you want to double skip count by 2s, that is another strategy you can work on with your 4s. So you've got your drawings, your arrays, you can skip count however you see fit. That's how you can multiply. One more example just so that we're keeping with it today. We'll mix in, we'll do 2 evens because I haven't done 2 even numbers yet. 4 times, we'll do 4 times 4. That means you got to draw 4 groups. Put 4 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Get my answer. And there we go. All right, 2 more quick examples just because I've seen a couple confusions on our assignments here so far. Remember, when we multiply by 1, so if I do 1 times 4, our answer isn't 1 every time, it's the other number we multiply by 1, so that would be 1 circle, 4 in each. Our answer would be 4. Our other easy one but can get tricky sometimes, remember, 4 times 0 equals anything multiplied by 0 is 0. All right, that's going to do it for our multiplication today. Second graders, you can choose to work or stick on. Third graders, I want you all to stay on as we start to talk about our 4 division. So, in third grade, or second grade if you're still watching, kids, when we multiply, everything fits the way that it should. There's no leftover or spare parts. So that means that our answer is always going to come out clean. We talked about that yesterday when we were dividing. I talked about having me and Miss Berg and Mr. Slough all in the room, and we were each going to get the same number. I think I used the example of cupcakes. In no division problem that we work on right now are we ever going to have any left over. We're all going to get the same amount, and there's going to be none left over to split. So if I get 5, that means everybody that's getting some gets 5. And that's always going to be the case for our division right now. As you get older, things will get a little more complicated. But for right now, that's where we work. So if I start with our house example, I'm going to do 20 divided by 4. All right. So now remember, that means 20 divided by 4. That means 20 cupcakes. And we're dividing them amongst 4 people. So now if me, Mr. Slough, and Mrs. Berg were in the room, now Mr. S comes in, now there's 4 of us. So that means we take 4 people. And we've got to equally divide our 20 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Check my answer. I realize there's 5 in each circle. That means each person got 5. All right. So one thing you're going to notice right away here. All of our answers when we multiply by even numbers came out even. Not the case in division. We can get an odd answer, and we will often with division problems. So keep that in mind. That doesn't work for division, just multiplication. So there is our answer there. All right, as I keep going forward here, I know some kids, I really, really like those pictures that I just did for division. They really helped me out. Some kids don't always like them as much, and that's okay. So, but some kids get really, really good at multiplication, and that's awesome too. Another way we can start looking at our division problems is like reverse multiplication. You can start thinking about things if you really like multiplication and you're really good at it, or you at least think you can get there. You can start thinking of 4 times blank equals 36, and our answer will work out. So in your head, if there's some math facts that you already know, think, okay, I know 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so my answer is bigger than 5. I know 4 times 10, because I can skip count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. Well, that's too big, but that's close. And if I just keep going through things in here and you know your math facts really good, you might be able to think, well, 4 times 7 is 28. That's not good enough. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 9 is 36. And you can think about your multiplication to do your division. That's another way to do it. Again, I really love those pictures. That helps me a lot. But whatever works for you and whatever you feel you're best at to get your answers. Always good to check your answer in your head. But as you learn more multiplication facts, that might be what's easiest for you. Thinking in your head, okay, 4 times 9, yeah, that is 36. So that works. So 36 divided by 4 is 9. And that's one of our tougher problems right there. So any which way you want to do that. Keep on practicing this stuff today, guys. Soon as we get into our bigger numbers, rather than doing just these regular problems, I am going to mix in 1 or 2 word problems for the day. And so we'll be getting better at that as well. So watch out for that. But good luck on your work today. Bye now.